Good morning, traders. What is up? It is the day after the election. It's November 5th, or no, it's not. It's November 6th. Maybe I got these things a little confused, but apologies. Anyways, November 6th, it's Wednesday here, and it is the day after the election. And seemingly, right, it seems that the new president of the U.S. is Donald Trump, right? Been elected 47th president of the United States. After a long campaign and cycle, we've got it. Now, naturally, not all states are fully confirmed just yet, but as things stand, right, what we're seeing right now is Donald Trump is the new president of the U.S. So things seem pretty clear after he had won the swing state of Pennsylvania, but a key victory in Wisconsin officially pushed him over the 270 vote threshold. Republicans have also taken control of the Senate and could even secure a majority in the House as well. So a pretty big sweep there. So we made history for the right reason tonight, he told supporters during a victory speech at the West Palm Beach Convenience Center. And not Convenience Center, Convention Center. And this will truly be a golden age of America. This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to make America great again for all Americans. Success will bring us together, and we are going to start by putting America first, and we have to fix it. I will not let you down. America's future will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than it has ever been. That's what he said. So trade comes first in Trump's economic playbook, which will introduce a series of broader and higher tariffs to spur a wave of reshoring and economic growth. The goal here is to protect and boost domestic manufacturing and use the accompanying tax revenues or tariff revenues to reduce the deficit. So efficiency measures will also target wasteful government spending, while Trump has campaigned on a series of targeted tax breaks for corporations and individuals. Cuts to energy costs that underpin the economy will additionally be pursued via the drill baby drill and liquid gold mantras, as well as efforts to assure lower interest rates and the dollar that remains the world's reserve currency. So, as pointed out yesterday, investing in the election odds and policies can be somewhat of a gamble, like we had talked about. Generally speaking, we saw the potential and the gain and the momentum move even before the election in risk-on names, higher beta names that have been doing a bit better. So there was a little bit more of a push to anticipate a potential Trump win, especially yesterday when the market started rallying and ripping, when we saw red states come in. We saw that the S&P made a new all-time high. NASDAQ hasn't just yet, right? Tech is still lagging, but very, very expansive moves if you look at daily charts to the upside swing on these. Now, naturally, the market has been a little overdone, especially on this election. There's been a rocket ship to the upside, and we have pre-market, we've got 283,000 contracts trade on the S&P 500, which is a lot, right? That is a lot. And I think that the first move is most likely going to try and accumulate some kind of buying at lower prices, meaning that we're probably going to get a pullback, a lot of profit taking, trying to jump into this thing, a lot of just risk off after such an expansive move to the upside makes a lot of sense. Now tomorrow, right, naturally today we don't necessarily have the full resolution of the election, but we can go out on a limb and say it is Donald Trump. We also have Jerome Powell that is coming out tomorrow. So the uncertainty continues to press throughout the week, right? The uncertainty continues to kind of linger until we kind of get over this week, and then we can move on. I still think that this is probably going to be the start of some kind of larger expansion to the upside swing. We didn't necessarily get the deeper pullback that I was looking for, but still, right, not a bad pullback that we got as we are coming into some kind of stronger rally. Now, generally post-election, you have that consensus that the markets do like to continue to the upside press. Again, right, I've talked about this and stressed about this a lot. It is a matter of tech starting to catch the bid into the end of the year. So I think once this week is over, once we get over Jerome Powell, once we get over that 25 basis point cut, which is probably going to add a little more bullish pressure into the market, especially now that Trump is in office or will be in office, he's very closely tied with Jerome Powell to keep rates lower and start pumping money into this thing. So we might see a little more aggressiveness, a little more dovishness from the Fed that can potentially bolster some more upside momentum in the markets, which into the end of the year translates to heavier tech buying. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for this week to be over so we can see, are they going to start funneling money back into tech, and are we going to start getting this upside momentum? I think, honestly, we are due for an earlier session pullback here. It would make the most sense, especially on the S&P 500. S&P 500 made a new all-time high. The prior all-time high was around like high 20s. I don't know the exact number, like maybe like 27, 28, 29, somewhere there. 59, like high 20s was the prior all-time high on the SPOOs. And right now, the new all-time high is around 55, right? 59, 55. So 6,000 on the S&P 500 is not that far. It's not out of the question. The way I see this is like you have this auction start and like heavier volume from the overnight around like the 20. We're very close to the area right now. We've already held it once. We failed to make a new high. I think that's the first area that they're going to want to try to hold. For me, you have this nice cluster of heavy volume and this like midpoint of a balance. I think like around that mid 80 realistically, buyers would do well to appear in this market again. It's a significant pullback. I understand like 40, 50 points. But in the grand scheme of things, if we're going to hold this bullishness, it shouldn't really be that much of a deterrent overall, right? I do like it. I do like how it's shaping up. I'm going to be looking for the potential of the swing lower before the buyers start stepping in because, frankly, there's just too much volume accumulated into this high for prices to just burst on the bid right off the gate. So a lot of volume pre-market, expecting decent moves on today and into the end of the week, and we'll go from there. So that's pretty much all I got here. Let's open up our live trading room. I'll see you all in there, and we shall see how this week ends. We'll be streaming on Friday, ideally some volatility and good moves.